Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudoku and Puzzles. I am extremely sorry for the delay in my puzzle video, but unfortunately due to some creativity differences, we had to leave the previous channel. And I assure you that from now on we will post a video on this channel regularly. I even wish my friend Rishipuri good luck for his channel too. So today we will be seeing a Tapa puzzle. The image you see here is not actually a Tapa puzzle, but before going to the puzzle, we will be seeing some tricks or maybe some patterns that will help us to tackle a Tapa puzzle easily. So the rules are quite simple. We have to shade some white cells black in such a way that all of the shaded cells are connected to each other in whole of the grid. So you cannot have a 2 into 2 group of cells all black. So you cannot shade 2 into 2 group of all cells as black, and you cannot even shade the numbered cells as black. So the numbered cells remains as white cells, and the number in the cell indicates the length of continuous shaded cells in the corresponding neighboring cells. So for example, if you have 3 out of these 5 cells, 3 continuous cells will be shaded as black and other 2 will be white. So what happens if you have 2 numbers or 3 numbers? So if it is the case, between the group of shaded cells, you will have at least one white cell to differentiate between the group of continuous black cells. So for example, if you have 2 and 3, 2 cells are shaded as black and other 3 cells will be shaded as black, but you will have white cells in between to differentiate between those 2 group of cells, right? So before going to the puzzle, let us see some patterns here that will help us to solve the puzzle. So if you see a 2 at the corner, you can make sure that the cell in the between, the middle cell will always be black. So if you shade cell these 2 cells or these 2 cells, this cell is for sure black. Same way you have to see for 3. So you usually have to count the number of cells that are remaining. For example, if you have 3 and you have 5 cells, so if you have to shade 3 cells continuous, from here if you count 1 2 3 or 1 2 3, this cell will surely be shaded. So for example, for 4, these 3 cells will be shaded, right? So when you see a 1 1 1 1, so there are 4 ones in a cell, we know that 4 of the cells will be shaded black and you will have 4 white cells in between to differentiate them. So there are 2 possible ways. For example, one is this way and the other one is this way, right? So there are 2 possible ways, but if you see, one of the possible ways makes this black shell stranded. So we can conclude that if there is 1 1 1 at an edge, you can have near to the edge, I mean, you can have this kind of this kind of shaded cells for sure, right? So what happens, okay, if you see a 3 here, as I already said, we have a shaded cell here for sure. We don't know the other shaded cells. It can be this way or this way or this way, but we got to know that for this 4 we have one cell shaded as black. So can you have this cell again shaded? So what happens, you have to make this connect, these 2 cells connect for the 4, and then it will form a 5 cells shaded. So this will surely be a cross. So what happens when you have one of the crosses in a 2 or 3? So I am not saying that we have to have a 2 and 3 near to a 4, but at any point of time when you have one of the cell as cross near a 2 and 3, you can surely say that the second cell from the unshaded cell will be a black cell. So this is the first cell from the unshaded cell and the second cell will surely be a black cell. So what happens if you don't have that cell as black? So if you don't shade this cell, this is also not shaded because you have only one cell and you don't have a 1 here. Then you cannot shade 2 and 3 cells and have a white cell in between to differentiate that. So from a white cell, from an unshaded cell, the second cell will always be a shaded cell for a 2 and 3, right? So for 1 1 we already have this case. So many of us actually forget to see the same case for 1 1 3. So if you saw for 1 1 1 1, the same case happens for 1 1 and 3. You will have only 2 possible ways, one this way and other this way, but you will have one extra shaded cell in between for the 3. So it can be here or here or here or here. So same way for the other possibility, will have here or here, here or here. So you have for sure you have these 2 possibilities, either this one or sorry, this one, right? So at anywhere in the grid, if you have 1, 1 and 3 anywhere in the grid, you will have this case, you will have these two possibilities. So let's see what happens if you have 1, 1, 3 near to an edge, just one cell away from an edge, and again you have one more clue, any clue. So I have given a question mark, but be it any clue, again near to that 1, 1, 3, right? So what happens if this is the case? So as we know that either this or this arrangement is for sure, but what happens if we have this arrangement, right? So what happens when you have this arrangement, when 113 is near to the edge? So this cell is stranded now and has to come out to connect to the other black cells. So to do so, either this will go the above or below, and which will form a group of 3 cells shaded. So you have a 3 here, and you will surely have to have a 3 cells, group of 3 cells should be shaded. So you will have this or this. But what about this cell? This cell is again stranded in between, and it cannot come out to form another group of 3 cells or a 5 cell group. So which will violate the 113 cell. So at any point of time, at anywhere in the grid, if you have 113 near to the edge and one more clue near to the 113, so you will have this kind of arrangement for sure. So this is a very good trick actually. So many of us don't see this trick, but this is one of the best tricks actually. I love this trick. So when you have 113 near to the edge, this arrangement is for sure. You can just mark this arrangement blindly. And the most important trick in a Tapa puzzle is connectivity. So for example, if you see these 3, right, I said that this cell should surely be shaded for a 3 at an edge, right? What happens if I shade this cell also? So this black cell has to come out somewhere from these 2 rows, right? So it has to come out either this way, this way, this way, this way, or this way. So what happens here is, if you have a black cell inside the near to the edge of the such connectivity, it is really difficult for the black cell to come out. So you will be able to mark the black cells near to the row, but there is no way for the black cell to come out. Why it is so? Because you have actually all the cells here, all the clues are the maximum either of 3 or 4, but no 5 cell clue. So what happens when you have shaded this cell, you cannot go this way out, neither this way out. So you have already formed a 3 clue, neither this way out, neither this way out, or this way out. So the whole group of black cell is stranded here. Sometimes you will come across these kind of cases. You have to look ahead a bit to see that the connectivity is affected in the shaded cells. So these were the few patterns and few tricks that we'll be seeing in the Tapa puzzle. So this is the actual puzzle. The author of this puzzle is setter of this puzzle is Prasanna Seshadri. He is one of the best authors here. So it has been taken from gmpuzzles.com. I'll give the link in the description below for both the gmpuzzles.com page and one of his blogs where he has some amazing puzzles. And I will even give the link to the online interface so that you can solve the puzzle yourself. Now coming on to the puzzle, let us solve this puzzle. So if you see a 1 1 here, you'll have only one possible case. We have to unshade this cell, and only one possible case is this one, right? So once this is unshaded, and for this 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 continuous cells are shaded now. So we can unshade this too. So this has to come out, and for these 4 cells are continuously shaded, right? So for these 2 we have one black cell shaded. For this 4 at an edge we have these 3 cells shaded as we saw in the pattern above. And now if you see this 3, what happens if I unshade these 2 cells? So if you unshade this cell, automatically this cell is also unshaded, right? So it's a symmetrical approach actually. So what happens if I unshade this cell? The 2 2 is violated, right? So we come to conclusion that these 2 cells are shaded. Okay, so 3 2 4 2. Okay, so what happens if you unshade these 2 cells? right? So if you unshade this cell, automatically this cell is also unshaded. So what happens if this is the case? For these two cells will continue for the cell to fulfill the clue, and these three will be white cells. These three will be unshaded, and you don't have enough space for the 4 and 2 to fulfill the cell, right? So we come to the conclusion that these two cells and these two cells are for sure shaded. Now if you see, this cell cannot come down by this by the third and the fourth row from this group, so it has to come through this way, through this black cell, right? So it will connect this way, and this black cell and this black cell are two different groups, so they cannot connect because you have a 2 2 here. So these two black cells are two different groups, so we can unshade this one and this one. So what happens if I shade these two? So if I shade this black cell, you have 3 groups of black cells, and if I connect either of these two black cells, you will have a 3 or a 4, but not a 2 and 2 for this cell. So I unshade this one, and so this black cell has to either go up or down, and okay, yeah, see the 4 and 2. So if you see the 4 plus 2, there are 6 cells that will be shaded, and exactly 2 white cells will be there in the group of these shaded cells, right? So if in the group of 8 neighboring cells, 6 cells will be shaded, and there will be 2 white cells to differentiate between those two groups of shaded cells. So I can say that all the other cells will be shaded near to the unshaded cell. So these two cells will be shaded. So what happens if this is unshaded? You won't have enough space for the 4 and 2 to be fulfilled. So this is shaded and this is shaded. So for this 2 and 2, we have got one group of shaded cells. So we have unshaded this, and this also will be shaded. This will be unshaded. So we'll got a 4 and a 2 here. And as I already said earlier, this black cell has to go this way, not this way. It cannot come down through these cells, and it has to go to this way. So let us connect here, and again you have to connect it only this way. There is no other way for this black cell to come to the other part of the black cells. So only this way it can be connected. Same way, this black cell has to connect to the other parts of the black cells, and it has only one way to go to the other to the connection actually. So only this way. So it cannot go via this way, because the 2 2 rule will be violated both the ways. So only this way it can go. So we got the 3 clue here. So we got the 3 3 clue also. And again, if you have a black cell for the 1 here, it has to connect to somehow to the other cells, which will again violate the 2 2 clue, right? So either of these two cells will be black. This has to come down. So if you see a 6 here, what happens if I shade this cell and actually unshade this cell? So either way, if you have 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, these 5 cells will surely be shaded if I have this unshaded cell. So it forms a 2 into 2 group of shaded cells. So this way we can shade this cell. Same way, if we unshade this cell, it will form the 6 cells here, and again 2 into 2 group of black cells. So we can shade this 1 2 3 4 5 6, even this, and even this. So these 4 black cells are shaded here for the 6, and it can either come this way or this way. So if you see for the 4, as we already saw in the patterns there, so if you have a shaded cell here, the opposite cell for the 4 clue, if there is a single floor clue, the opposite cell will be unshaded here, right? What happens if I have a shaded cell here? So again, to connect to the other cells, it will, okay, it is possible, sorry. So I cannot have for the 1, I cannot have this cell shaded. So we have for the 1 this cell shaded. So if I have this cell shaded for the 1, it will again come out and form a 2 clue. So for the 2, we have this thing, the common cell here, it will go and connect this way. So for the 2 1 1 clue, we have got 1 2 here. So for the 1 and 1 you have only one possibility, which will connect this way again. This has to come down. Okay, so this group of black cell has to connect to the other black cell by this way only. So we got for the 6 we got this cell as for the 6 we got 6 shaded cells already now. And now for the 2 okay, so if I shade this cell, this will be unshaded, and this black cell either has to go this way down or from towards the left. It cannot go down because the 2 clue will be violated. It has to go to the left, but if it goes to the left, this group of black cells is stranded now, because the 3 is also fulfilled, and you cannot connect this black cell to anywhere to the other black cells actually. So sorry, so this won't be shaded, this has to be shaded. The 2 is done now, 3 is also done, this 2 is done for now, the 2 is done here, the 4 is also done. So for this black cell to connect to the other parts of the black cell, this will be connected. The 3 2 is done now. Okay, so what happens if I unshade this cell? So this group of black cell has to come out only this way, and it is stranded now. The 2 is fulfilled, the 4 is fulfilled, and this is stranded by the other black cells now. It is stranded inside and cannot connect to the other black cells. So we conclude that this will be shaded, and so the 4 is shaded now this way, and the 2 is shaded this way. So we have completed this puzzle. It was a beautiful puzzle actually. So there were the tricks which we saw earlier actually helped to solve this puzzle easily. So there are many such patterns in the Tapa puzzle, and maybe I will get back to this puzzle, get back to the basics or maybe advanced techniques for the Tapa soon again. So till then, if you enjoyed the puzzle, please subscribe to this channel and like and comment if you have any other puzzles to be solved. I'll give the description for the Prasanna's blog I'll give the link in the description below for the Prasanna's blog. He has some amazing puzzles there, and I will even give the link for the puzzle from gmpuzzles.com. So do have a look at the puzzle. Till then, stay tuned for the next video on Shaka Shaka. This puzzle was actually a viewer's request, and the next puzzle which I will be doing is a Shaka Shaka puzzle, which was also a viewer's request. So stay tuned for the puzzle. Thank you very much.